All right. Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive.
Always ready. What are we tackling today?
Today, we're going back in time, way back. Ancient Rome, gladiators.
Ah, the gladiators. Brutal, bloody, but man, were they captivating. Always a good topic.
Right. But we're not just talking about, like, their history.
Okay, more than just the sandals and swords then.
Exactly. It's more like how much they still affect us today. Even now, their influence is everywhere, and I bet most people don't even realize it.
That's the best kind of deep dive. I'm intrigued. Lay it on me. Where do we start?
Pop culture, right? I mean, how many gladiator movies have we seen? Books, video games, even?
Tons, and they just keep coming. Gladiator, back in 2000, that was huge. I mean, did that movie not win every award that year?
Right, and it definitely brought gladiators back into the spotlight.
Yeah.
But it's more than just that one movie, right? It's like a constant theme.
Oh yeah, totally. We're obsessed, even thousands of years later. But why? What is it about these guys that still grabs us?
That's what we're here to find out. We're digging into their legacy, how they went from these, I don't know, almost mythical figures to these symbols that we still use today.
And it's not just an entertainment, like you said, their influence is everywhere.
Yep. So buckle up. This deep dive is going to be a wild ride.
Love it. Let's go. Where do we begin? Give me some gladiator trivia to impress my friends.
Okay, how about this? You've heard the phrase, Moritori te salutant, right? It's Latin,
Yeah, vaguely. Something Gladiator said.
right? Those who are about to die salute you. Chilling, huh? I'd say this to the emperor right before combat.
Wow, talk about facing your fears head on. Every single fight could be their last, and they knew it.
And yet we've totally adopted that phrase. People use it all the time, even if they're just like facing a tough presentation at work.
Yeah. Moritur te salutant PowerPoint slides.
Exactly. But it shows you the power of that image, that gladiator spirit. We still see them as these ultimate warriors facing the impossible.
Totally. Speaking of facing the impossible, millions of people visit the Coliseum every year. Just imagine being there, feeling that history. I mean, you've been, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even overwhelming, you can practically hear the crowds roaring, smell the,
Yeah.
well, you know. It's incredible, though. You really get a sense of the scale of these events.
And that scale, it's not just a thing of the past. The word arena, where we watch sports and concerts today, it comes from the Latin word for sand.
You're kidding.
Nope. The sand in the Coliseum, they used it to soak up the blood. So even today, our entertainment venues have this subtle link back to those gladiatorial combats. Pretty wild, huh?
That's actually kind of disturbing when you think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it shows you how deeply ingrained this stuff is in our culture.
Exactly. And then there's the way we use the word gladiator itself. I mean, we call athletes gladiators, right? Business
Right.
people battling it out in the boardroom, they're gladiators. Anyone facing a tough challenge.
It's almost like we've taken these figures who were, let's be honest, often slaves, forced into brutal combat, and we've turned them into these icons of strength.
That's a great point. It's complex, right? We romanticize them, but their reality was anything but romantic. So what does that say about us?
I don't know. Maybe it's just that everyone loves an underdog. We admire their courage, their resilience, their willingness to face any odds.
Yeah. And in a way, we all face our own arenas, right?
Mhm.
Our own battles to fight. So maybe the gladiators, they give us a model, a way to face those challenges head on.
Maybe. But it's worth thinking about, like how much of it is us projecting our own values onto these figures from the past?
Absolutely. That's what makes this stuff so fascinating. It's not just history, it's a reflection of ourselves.
Right. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Agreed. But before we go, here's something for everyone listening to chew on. Knowing what we know about the often brutal reality of their lives, should we still be celebrating gladiators? Is it ethical? And how do we separate the historical reality from the romanticized image?
Good questions, ones I don't have the answer to. But until next time, thanks for joining us for another deep dive.